Greetings, gals. How are you today? It's Larisha here, and I am coming to you with another Be Well Wednesday. So, today's Be Well Wednesday, I want to talk about advice. So, where are you getting your advice from? I think that it's important for our overall wellness for us to examine the advice that is given to us. Where are you getting your advice from? I remember a while back in my old church, there was a pastor visiting, and he did a sermon called Who Sent You? And it was a very good sermon, and it always kind of makes me chuckle because that's a good question to ask when dealing with people. Who sent you? Did God send you or did the enemy send you? And when we're getting advice from people, that is also something we need to ask. That's something we need to consider. Who sent you? And another thing, when we're getting advice from people, we have friends from, childhood, from various time periods in our lives, right? But not everybody is walking with the Lord. If you are walking with the Lord, you probably can't take advice from someone who is not on the same spiritual journey, because their outlook on life, their views on life is going to be different from your outlook and views on life, right? um, just as the Bible say, we are in this world, but we are not of this world. So we are a set apart people. And if you're taking advice from people who are not set apart, you are setting yourself up for some drama, for some type of issues that you don't need, that cause chaos in your life, basically. So be careful of where you get your advice from. Even here on YouTube, you have to pray over words that are spoken to see if that is a word for you, and if it's something that applies to your life. We have to make certain that we are getting advice from a holy place and not from a worldly place. Yes, we live in a world. Yes, we partake in some of the activities in the world. Yes, to all of those things. However, when it comes to our spiritual being, our spiritual mindset, we have to have the mind of Christ. We are called to have the mind of Christ. So we don't take advice from somebody who does not have the mind of Christ, because what is that doing? That is tearing down our defenses, which we've built up, right? It's tearing down the wall, which we've built up, and allowing things into our lives that do not belong, that are contrary, that are conflicting to having the mind of Christ. So that is all I have for you. I wish you just get advice from a sound source. If you don't know who is a sound source, pray. I'll tell you, God has um, allowed me to God specifically directed me to 3 prophetic voices on YouTube. I listen to other people, um, people that I can discern are coming from the right place, a Christ-centered place. But there are 3 people God specifically directed me to their channel. So pray about it, and God will direct you to the people. More than likely, you won't even have to pray about who God specifically wants you to listen to. He will just direct you to those people and those channels, because the people that God specifically directed me to, I didn't pray about it first. I pray about other people before I listen to them, though. But the ones God specifically directed me to, I do not pray about them. Matter of fact, in my dreams, God has said, listen to the prophet tomorrow. And I'm like, well, who? You know which one. So it's like, God will tell you, God will guide you in simple things like which YouTube videos to listen to, which words are applicable to your life and are okay for your spirit, right? So pray about it. With all things, pray about them. And just be careful of who you take advice from, because some people who we might think are friends, and they might not have intentions to harm you, but they are not thinking or advising you with a mind of Christ, which is what you need, someone to advise you with a mind of Christ. Okay, so I thank you. God loves you, and I love you.